My parents were weavers, like of tapestry and yarn, okay? Not dream weavers, just textile weavers. And this was the late 70s, early 80s. And they were living outside of Chicago at the time, which, you know, it's not too odd to be weavers living outside of Chicago in the late 1970s, early 1980s, until they decided that they were going to move to Vienna, Missouri, which has 600 people in the middle of Missouri. And they took their 3-year-old daughter, that's me, with them, okay? And so I grew up in a town of people that had no concept of what my parents did. I vividly remember coming home when I was in 3rd grade, crying. I was hysterical because everyone in my class had decided that my parents had won the lottery because there's no way that they could have possibly made a living making tapestries. And so, like, I come up to my mom and dad, and I'm like, is it true that we won the lottery? I can't believe that you didn't tell me that we won the lottery. And they just, like, looked at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? Which that's, like, again, such an indication of how high-strung I really am, that I would actually get really upset about my parents winning the lottery and they not telling me, okay? So I basically went to school with the same people from kindergarten through 12th grade, okay? I had a class of 30 kids, and I still remember most of their birth dates, which is very strange, okay? His birthday was October 23rd. He was born in 1977. It's weird. I could do that for the rest of the 5 minutes, but I won't because that's boring and kind of weird. But anyway, I desperately wanted to figure out how to belong with this group of people that I was going to be with until I was 17, 18 years old, okay? And so I'm a people pleaser. Those of you that know me know that I don't really like to say no and that I really like it when people like me. And so I very much took the role of like this yes man, this very quiet yes man. And so that would involve, let me think, when decided that she was going to give blowjobs to anyone who wanted to get their dick sucked, I held the mints for her, okay? Because that's what I do. I help people, okay? I would never, at that point in my life, ever put a dick in my mouth because that's disgusting, but who am I to judge, okay? I wanted to support and I wanted her to suck as many dicks as possible, right? That's how you support people. Okay, so when my friend decided she was going to lose her virginity in a deer stand, I told her I thought that was a really good idea because it's what wanted, okay? And so she did. She lost her virginity in a deer stand, and then I was there to listen to her tell me all about it. So anyway, that was high school for me. That was high school where I was just very supportive of very poor choices, but I would never do anything like that, except for the one time, again, like, I'm the type of person who, I remember being 12 and being over at house and she gave me a cigarette, and remember I tried to smoke a cigarette and then I started to cry. I just want to set this up. Like, that's kind of like how I am. I don't handle doing bad things very well at all. And so when I was a junior in high school, I really wanted this group of seniors to like me. It was and my friend, okay? And so we decided we were going to go to Jeff City, not Jefferson City, Jeff City. That's the closest big town that had a movie theater, okay? And so we decided we're going to watch a movie, but first we were going to stop at Walmart. And they were like, let's get a bunch of whipped cream. We're going to do Whippets. And I'm like, I love whipped cream. Like, I had no idea what a Whippet was at all, right? And so, like, I'm like, bring me all of the whipped cream because this is a game I can do really well. I'm a really good eater and I wanted to impress everybody. So we're all doing whippets, whatever that is. I'm just sucking down the whipped cream. And I was like, woo, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so good. And we decided that we were going to find our business teacher's house, who I hated. I thought she was terrible. She tanned so much, and she made so much fun of all the nerds, and she was friends with all the popular students, which I thought was really weird and inappropriate. But anyway, we were going to find her house, and we were going to do bad things to it. And at the time, because I was under the influence, I was like, yes, we're going to destroy her house. We're going to destroy it. And what really the destroying is that I thought it'd be really cool to pick up a bunch of donuts because, again, whipped cream, donuts, we got whipped cream, donuts, crepe paper, balloons. I thought it was a party. That's how I destroy things, is with making parties, I guess. And so we demolished her mailbox. I shoved that fucker filled with donuts, right? Because is that like the meanest thing you can do to somebody? No, that's actually pretty awesome. I want a mailbox full of donuts. And then like took the Jeep, his Jeep Cherokee, his white 1992 Jeep Cherokee, and just rammed that fucker over, right? And then we left. And I'm like, wow, I really like these guys. And so the next day, the police showed up at the school, and because someone must have told on us. We all got interrogated, and the business teacher, who was such a dumb lady, she was out there and she was like acting like she was like felt like fear of her safety and things like that. And I told her, I said, Mrs. We didn't really mean any malice with what we did. And she didn't know what the word malice meant, so she thought it was something like bad. And so I sat there and I had to define what the word malice meant to her, which really did not endear me to her whatsoever. And so I got kicked off of the National Honor Society and had to do community service. I know, total shame. And that again, and then my friends didn't want to be friends with me again, and then I was a fish out of water again, and that was the end. But you know what? Being in Portland, I totally don't feel like a fish out of water, and that's pretty fucking cool. So